Hey guys, you're live. This is about, I think, the third time I've done this. This is Max Brown. My name is Earl. My channel is Max Brown. I'm a bass guitarist. I'm 58 years old. I'm playing bass off and on since I was like 15 years of age. And I decided to come on live. Pardon the cold here, just squigger. And I decided to come in live to talk about something that I thought about because, well, because of this pandemic and I'm not getting out as much as, you know, as we are now because of this pandemic. And, I usually do bass reviews and what the hell? I mean, I haven't been able to. How you doing, man? Um, can't do the bass reviews I want to do now because things are coming in real slow. And, so, and people have been, what's up, man? Um, we got people coming in and saying hello. I really appreciate it. Uh, hey, how you doing? And I'm doing this to, because people want to hear from me and people want to discuss something in bass, and I decided to discuss this. Uh, okay, now this is one of my favorites here. This is my lovely Marcus Miller 5/7 bass, and but basically it has the shape and the my bass rack is growing. Yes, it is growing. Um, basically it has the familiar shape of the jazz that was created long ago by designed quite long ago by Leo Fender, and you know, when it's with his first bass, the precision bass, that was first designed and probably the most well mass produced electric bass of its kind in early 1950s. It wasn't the first bass, electric bass, but certainly the most mass produced and probably the most successful. And, it's just, standard thing with the four string. Uh, this is the jazz version. The first one that came out, of course, the precision shape, a little more, not as slender and you know. Well, I don't have a precision right here to show you, but I just want to give you an idea when I'm talking about that, and I wanted to talk about there hadn't been a real difference in style for these basses for a very long time. There were different versions, just like the four string key system here. Sometimes you had the four string key system where you had two, you know, when you get on here live, you're lost for words. Two keys on the top here and two keys on the bottom, two and two like that. This is usually the standard with the four keys on top. There hadn't been a real uh, like radical style until something was produced in the late 1970s. And that's what exactly I want to talk about. I wanted to talk about the innovation of something that came out so radical. I think the production, I'm looking at it now, uh, of this bass. How you doing, man? Hi, everybody. I'm gonna get to you. I'm gonna acknowledge you in just a second. I'm trying to look at something. Was it 1979? Yeah, well, 1979 in Brooklyn, New York, and that was this, the Steinberger bass. Yeah, the Steinberger bass, where a radical style that was developed by Ned Steinberger, uh, putting the key system not at the top here. but down in the bottom with these roller keys. And it was such a dramatic, radical style at the time, man. A lot of people were rushing to get these. This is the Spirit X2 by Steinberger. This body here, this rectangular body, actually, this is wood based, but the first ones were made out of polymer, radical polymer style that gave the bass such a lightweight and such a distinctive sound. Um, and it just, I mean, changed what bass was about. I mean, from what Ned Steinberger said it in his own words, he was trying to get rid of everything that he felt was actually keeping the bass player from what exactly they wanted to do, and that was to be able to get all over the bass as much as they possibly could, without a lot of weight, and getting the sound still um, that the bass could really get. The radical bridge style here, where you don't have tuning keys, you have tuning rollers that pull on the strings this way, was a radical new bridge that came out, and it was, I mean, just I remember when I was a young bass player in my teens when this came out, and I mean, it was I wanted one. Of course, it was back then. It was just too expensive to ever think about. So let me pull this up. So anyway, I wanted to hear from you know you guys out there. Those of you who may have this bass, or those of you who have this bass sold or have it right now, or who some of you who have wanted this bass for a long time. Just there's just nothing to keep you from this bass. I mean, you're right there. You can always go up to the last fret, easy to 24 frets actually. One of the first basses that had a 24 fret scale with relatively ease. There's, like I said, like Ned Steinberg wanted, there's nothing to keep you from really getting to the bass. Now, I've had another version of this bass like years before, and when I did, getting used to it, I managed to play it and want to tune it, and my hand would like go up here to nothing because I was so trained to go up here. But actually, just reaching down here and rolling these rollers is so easy. It's pathetic. So, how y'all doing? Let me see what you got. Casey and Shelton. Hey, Shelton. Um, and it's just so easier that it's interesting how you forget that it's so easy, and you're going up here. You're looking for the most difficult way to get to it, but it takes some time. It takes time when you're so conditioned to do it this way. It takes some time to get you back here, and I mean, look at that. You just come down here and start rolling to the tune you want. Now, there's not a lot of noise coming from a little bit. Um, I'm not sure if these are kind of like humbucking quality pickups. I guess they are. Um, but yeah. So, you Steinberger people out there, anybody out there? I'm getting a lot of hellos, and I appreciate it. Let me hear some of the Steinberger people, hopefully, out there. Anybody a Steinberger owner? Nothing. Nobody. Nobody's a Steinberger person out there. I'd like to hear some of your uh, you know ideas or opinions about Steinberger. Uh, they are great bases. Although the interesting thing is being it's so convenient, being so easy to play. A lot of people I know don't play them. You should do some tutorials. Yes, I know I should do some tutorials. My brother played the 5 string. I played it nice. Okay, Sheldon. You played it once. Okay, but yeah, I noticed that a lot of people, bought it back then when it was kind of a novelty, and there's still a fair share amount of people still playing them, but a lot of people stick with the standard Fender designs. I wonder why this is. If this is so easy to play, how come more? How come this is not the standard bass today? You know. Okay, Sheldon's thinking about getting one. Okay. Um, Casey says I played once, couldn't get used to the small body. Okay, there's something there. Couldn't get used to the small body. Uh, wow. Um, couldn't get used to the small body. Wow. Hmm. Okay. So, okay. I played it once. Can you okay? My star. Oh, your Steinberger Jack says his Steinberger came today. Um, what do you like about it, Jack? What do you think about it? I mean, do you like it better than the standard jazz and precision bass or standard four four prong? When they first came out, Shelton Garnet says when they first came out, they were yeah, pretty expensive. Yeah, they were very expensive. Yeah, we're live. Um, I'm getting used to this phone body. I'm turn it on, looking at the thing up there. That's interesting. Yeah. Let me look at the Jax came. Yeah, he looks at his Steinberger came in today. Sheldon said when they first came out, they were very expensive. Yes. Now you can get one, get the four for about 450. Yeah, but that okay. Now remember, this is the wood based Steinberger. The first one that came out was polymer. It was plastic, which made for an interesting sound. I don't know if they sound similar or they maybe have a little different sound with the plastic one. I don't know. Plastic body. Uh, what's up, Lowen? Lowen Lobster. Um, Lowen, have you done a review on the Steinberger? Shall say Lowen Lobster. Yeah, Lowen. If you don't know Lowen Lobster, he's a guy here on YouTube. Does the bass thing. Check him out. Uh, yeah, Lowen said he did review one. It was a fiber. Okay, okay. It's still in your repertoire or not? Yeah. It weighs a feather. I mean, you don't notice it's there after a while. It's like a rifle. You know, what can I say? Low end lobster says nope, it's long gone. Oh, well. So you end up not keeping it, and people who probably had it before went back to the standard base. So I'm like, wow. I mean, this is everything you could ever want as far as something light, easy to tune, everything. What was it about it? What was it about it? People didn't keep on. I guess it was just a novelty for some people, and they let it go. Jack Hammer says there's a music store in New York called Music Zoo that he got a hold of about the strap hook that will normally bring the strap into a normal position. It's supposed to be in November. It's supposed to come out in November. Yeah, the original plastic one had a custom strap thing on it where you can uh, put on, and it would balance the base out perfectly like that. But of course, the weight was different with the comfortable with the plastic one. So, uh, wow, price starting at $1,000. Ooh, okay. You have to talk about price, but price is always a concern. So, hey, what can I say? KC Tinsley, do they make a short scale version? I doubt it. I mean, being that it's headless already, it doesn't have all the extras on it. Makes it small anyway. So I don't think, no, I don't think they do. Um, of course, they make a guitar version of this that they came out later on after the 80s. Maybe, was it into the start of the 90s, or maybe the late 80s, they came out with a guitar. And actually, I see the guitar in many videos being played more than the bass version. So maybe they're making a killing on the guitar. Yeah. The original Steinberger strap book was called the Boomerang. Okay. Yeah, it was just I think it was plastic, right? Just a plastic thing that kind of just, so then you put the strap on it, hook it on, balanced it out pretty well. So like I said, if this is all that it was supposed to be for a bass player, I'm wondering why a lot of people didn't keep it around. They went back to the standard bases. Max, you remind me of my pops with the two-liter Pepsi. Okay, is that a compliment? Thanks. Anyway, and so is it style? Is it, or did it look too weird for you? His favorite pop, yeah, my favorite too. It looked too weird to you? Um, the people that I used to see that played it on stage, um, well, of course, you saw a lot more of them than you saw the bass. um, Master Manning says, which cheaper bass do you think is similar to a Ken Smith? I don't know. Ken Smith? Kim Smith is pretty pretty noticeable on its own, pretty unique on its own. I don't know. Uh, Stratboard 999. I have the Honer version of this, and it's great. Very comfy, nice tone, stable tuning, light, and I think they look great. Yeah. Um, when the Steinberger first came out, it was really hard to keep the copyright and going as far as uh, trying to warn other people not to copy the style. But of course, everybody copies style. It's hard to enforce that and to keep them away. And almost as soon as the Steinberger came out, they had people doing copies of their stuff, just like the Fenders have done with all these other boutique basses. Um, like, uh, so, you know, Casey Tinsley wants to know how the slapping sounds on. Now, now, this is not active. This is passive. So. See if I can brighten it up a little bit. Kind of standard tone as far as the slapping. It's not very bright. This is a bass. Uh, there's another version they make of it. I forget what it's called. It's a little different where this top part of the Steinberger is a little further up, and this is down, making it a little different design. Um, I forget what was that. What do they call it? Oh, what did they call that thing? I forget, but it's a different one, and that costs a lot more because it's active. How much does it weigh? It weighs nothing. I mean, less than half the weight of your standard bass, like a standard Fender. Maybe 4 pounds. It weighs nothing, man. Absolutely nothing. I mean, you walk around it, you might not notice it. It's like putting a light jacket on. You walk around, you notice that about. Yeah. Yep. So I still want to, still want to know um, why you think if you owned some before and you got rid of it, why'd you get rid of it? And you probably went back to the standard looking bass. Why do you think? You think it was just a novelty and it didn't turn you on anymore or whatever? I'd like to know. Anybody? Yeah. This is probably my only third live thing I've done. Just trying to experiment and do some live stuff. Um, Good to hear from you, Steve. Steve C. Smith. Steve C. Smith says, "Good to see you, Earl. And just got how's the action on this Steinberger? Nice. Pretty close. We can still play. Um, what do you think, Steve? You like this? You think you would invest in something like this? Capital great, nice base. Thank you. Um, it's different. Like I said, it's lightweight, convenient. Tuning it down here. Now, of course, you got to buy special strings for this that have ball ends at both ends. One ball end hooks down, and the other one hooks down here, and you have to, of course, turn the things. These things are pretty easy to turn. They're not too. They're designed in such a way that you can do it because you would think with all that tension you couldn't. But yeah, Jack Hammer said I ordered a set of roto sound double ball strings for it. Right. Yeah, brings out a little brighter sound. Yeah. So probably most well-known innovation to the bass guitar in the last, you're talking about 50 years, 30, 30, 40 years, something like that. Max, a second. Why Rondo Music stopped selling the SX 6 string? I sold mine. Had an Audir J723 preamp in it. I wanted to get another one, but they don't carry them on. Yeah, I don't know what company out of China, Indonesia, was making and selling the rondo music. This was back in the day when I used to collect a lot of rondos from bases from the SXs from rondo music, and they were cool back then, man, because it was like pretty cool bass that you could actually. It was actually cheap enough. You had to make any improvements on it. You could different pickups and whatnot. They were great, but I don't know. I really liked them when they first came out, but then they went to another creator or company or subsidiary that made the bases a little different, and they were never the same again. I don't know. So Steve Henderson says, honestly, I don't know why I got rid of mine. Meaning the Steinberger. Um, did you get bored with it? Or are you talking about the SX? Which one are you talking about? Jack Hammer says the original Steinberger was a masterpiece, all composite with active EMGs, right? Right, virtually indestructible. Yeah, that was a different base then. This is, of course, the X2. This was made to actually get the price down. I think that's why they made this one to regular wood. Steinberger. Okay, it's been a while now. He's still like the major consultant for the company, but I don't think he owns the company anymore. I don't think so. Or he has also other partners. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. Casey Tinsley says, weren't the old necks made of carbon fiber? They probably were. I don't have all the facts on this. They probably were, yeah. Yeah, probably were. It was a radical design, man. When it first came out, I looked at it, but it was cool. I liked it because it looked cool back then. But like I said, the price was out of my way. I couldn't get one. And it was years before I was able to even play one. Cap of the Gorge says, would you gig with this bass? I've never gigged with this bass. Would I? I don't think so. Only because I'm used to a certain sound, and this is a passive one. This is just something I just wanted one in my collection. Really, I'm a collector as well as a player. Uh, so I don't know. I don't think I would. I've had the deluxe model. I'd probably say that. But then again, you never know. But not right away, man. If I had to do, if I had a quick gig to do or something like that, this wouldn't be the first thing. Of course, I would grab. This would be way at the bottom. I dig the carbon fiber necks, brand smooth. Thanks, Casey. That would be cool. Mm. Oh yeah. Uh, Steve Henderson says really great sounding bass. I guess just chasing the latest, most popular bass, Steinberger. Okay, you didn't finish. Was that a question? Bismarck says, "Oh, Bismarck. Where you from, Bismarck?" Now Steinberger's he's American, I think, but his name sounds German. Um, San Antonio, all right. Hello, Texas. What do you think of the Steinberger X2 Spirit? Bismarck, you on one? Or would you own one? Is a headless bass something that would turn you on, or you just like the standard jazz and you know, yeah. Now they make a 5-string version of this, uh, which I've never played. Sheldon Garnett says, "Did you guys have the annual bass day, or did it get?" No. What's going to happen with that bass day is they're going to have a virtual bass day. That's going to happen, and I'm not going to be able to, participate because only certain people are in there. But yeah, they're gonna it's called Base Day 2020. Uh, on you know, it's gonna be on YouTube, or was it Facebook? Maybe Facebook and YouTube, one of the two. And yeah, it's gonna be they're gonna play from home. Everybody's gonna perform from home. Should be interesting. This pandemic has really put us on a certain thing now. Now we're doing things from home, so at least we're still playing. We're good, yeah, yeah. Bass, Yeah, base day 2020 will be on the net. I'm gonna let me if I remember. I'll put some details down here at the end. I stopped the video. So Bismarck says it sounds pretty good. I guess it's just the look that does not appeal to me. Okay, look too space age for you, you know. And it's radical. It's radical. Sheldon says, I think, yeah, it is really cool, real cool. It's so sad. The thing, a little off subject, everybody was saying things and bragging, the previous year, man. Yeah, 2020 is going to be the year, man. We got to do something. It's going to be 2020. Yeah, man. Didn't turn out like that, did it? Oh, well. Let's let 2020 be a learning year. How about that? Uh, we've learned that life is precious, and it really is. And time to reflect, time to be prepared for something else falls down upon us. Um, I don't know if you've battled COVID-19 and survived. Very fortunate. I wish you good health and wellness. Uh, I've had a friend that passed from it. So I've had relatives who've had it and gotten over it. Thank goodness. But my friend, I often think about him. He was a high school friend who passed from it, and every once in a while I get to contemplate it and I think about him. Uh, yeah, he was a good guy. We was high school together, and we had a lot of laughs. He died, unfortunately, of COVID or complications of it. Yeah. Shelton says he's from New Orleans and love to have a base day there or come to Detroit for the base day. I'd like you to come too, man. If it was under different circumstances, you probably could have came. Hey, Sheldon, if you have the energy and the drive, start one your own down in New Orleans, man. I'm sure there's plenty of bass players down there that like to get together. Right, see what happens. Bismarck said, I learned the life can just get turned on its very head quickly. Oh, yeah. Ain't that something? Wow. I remember a while back you lost your job. No, 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 no. I didn't lose my job. I was laid off. It had something to do with the pandemic, but no, I'm still employed. No, I didn't lose my job. You got that wrong. Whew. Thank goodness you got that wrong. Now I work with the auto industry every so often in the year. We have times where we're laid off when our plants have to retool and for a brand new, kind of flying here, a brand new model, and they lay us off and they retool the plant and we come back. We get on compensation. So no, I'm still employed. Thank you. Casey says 2020 is definitely a crazy year. I'm up here in Portland. We have the virus and rioting. Oh, terrible. Sorry about that, Casey. Hope all turns out well. Definitely staying at home and practicing, says Casey. Oh, yes. Steve says, okay, good. Yeah, I'm still employed, Steve. Thanks for being concerned. Shelton says, I may get a 4-string Steinberger for travel. Yeah, it's a great travel base. Oh, man. You can hide this anywhere. Hide this under your coat. But I won't do that. Yeah. Whew. All right, Steve. Yeah, so I don't see another innovation anytime soon unless it's going to be electronic. I remember years back in the '80s, there was a bass that was it was electronic and it didn't have strings on it. It was like had these touch tones that you could do if you would touch and the sound would come out. I hated it because you're not really playing, you're just kind of touching. I said, well, that didn't catch on, thank goodness. Jack Hammer says, with the extra 600 a week on my unemployment, I've saved up and bought me a 32 channel PreSonus. Very good. Use it in great health. Pour another Pepsi. Yeah. Bismarck says, I tried flat wound strings for the first time and I kind of like them. Yeah, different sound, deep, real bass. Uh, there was a time where flat wound strings was just strings. There wasn't no such thing as round wound strings. You get that bright tone. Yeah, that's old school, man. Cool. I wish I had a fly swatter or something. As much as you try to keep these flies out, they still get in, don't they? Yeah. Get out of here. It's annoying. Jack Hammer says, I have Steve Harris flat wounds on my precision. Okay. Breezebhard. Okay. BREEZEBHARD. Breezebhard. Do the Sire V7 and P7 bases come with the pickup cover? Yes, they do. They do. They do. Now I've got a few first and second edition V7s. Now the P7 didn't come out till later. I'm not, mine didn't have one when it came, so I'm not sure. They didn't have one. Slap that fly like a piece. Thanks, Steve. I'll take another advisement. Bismarck says, I must say your review videos have heavily influenced the bass guitars I choose. Well, what can I say, Bismarck? That's very flattering. I'm not the end all now. As long as it's a bass that you like, you guys got to play. A lot of people ask me, what do you suggest? Should I get this bass or that bass or this? Is this bass better? I really can't. I really don't like answering those questions because it's like choosing a car. I mean, if the car isn't comfortable for you to drive, you probably won't drive it, no matter how good it looks. So it's you got to get these bass and you got to play them or get somebody good review to influence you, try to get it, and actually see for yourself or talk to some other people. Yeah, just talk to some other people like me and see. But that's what's killing me about ordering from a subscription or place on music friend or musician's friend or stuff like that, because you heard about this but you never played it, and there's nothing like playing it. It's nothing like grabbing that thing and actually playing it to get your good opinion. You may get, well, I guess you can send it back, but you may get it in the mail and it might be awful. Earl, your channel has been so helpful in helping me make some of my purchases. Says Shelton Garnett. Shelton. You may not know just how helpful your channel is. Please keep it going. I know it's hard during the pandemic. Well, appreciate that, Shelton. If I'm helping you in any way, to all of you, I never did play I guess the PC game with YouTube. I know a lot of people having problems here and there as far as getting paid. I don't get paid for this. I could let the commercials fly on my channel. I never chose to do that. And I haven't, excuse me, I haven't done it now. I don't think I'm going to. I do this totally for fun. Totally out of the kindness of my heart. So, there's no rush. There's no feeling of, being pushed. I just like it. It's a beautiful thing. And I don't like to owe so much, I thank YouTube for being the channel that they are, but the monetary thing, I'm sure I could have made some money, but I don't care that. I really didn't. James Jamerson only played flat rounds, that's right. The purveyor of the Motown sound. What is your next big bass related purchase? I don't know. Until next base, people. Oscar Sanchez T. Slap the bass, sir. Greeting from Ireland. Oh yeah. Top of the morning to I love it when people from other countries slide on in. Appreciate it. What are your prices for American bases in their island? I'm in Ireland. I'm curious. I know it's always more when you go outside the country, and I heard it's kind of difficult to get it. Is that true, Oscar? Bismarck says I'm a bassist on a budget, so your videos are super helpful. Okay, I dig. I dig. I appreciate that. Yeah, it shouldn't be so expensive. It's about you playing it, not necessarily the expense of the bass. You can get the best bass out there and sound horrible. You got to put some practice in. It's about you and that bass. My first bass was compared to the basses I have now, was a clinker. Neck got so warped you can shoot a bow and arrow off her. But hey, it was my bass. It was mine. And I played it to the death. TJ Meechin. Hey TJ. Loyal fan. I've always been interested in these basses. Not a lot of good reviews on them. You're the man to do it. Oh, ain't that something? All I'm gonna tell you is like it's a good I really don't do a bad bass review. I mean, I try to talk about the exception with the positive of whatever bass it is. And it's like I say, the virtue is the great thing about it is there's lightweight, easy to maneuver. If this is for you, go right ahead. But like I said, a lot of people have tried these, played them a while, and then kind of sold them and lost interest. I always wondered why. I guess I should start with myself, shouldn't I? I'll tell you in a minute. Let me read some more of these. That's why I got hooked on your channel. The reviews, sincere from the heart. Well, I try, man. I do. Raging Monk, you're awesome. Try to learn the bass right now and purchase the Glary after watching your video. Okay. All right. Well, that's a good start, man. Don't get the most expensive bass out there. You should be able to really do what you want to do on that Glare, and then later on, give yourself a treat and if you want a better bass or this fly is getting on my nerves. Shelton Garrett, love that saying. Until next bass. Well, I'll tell you, I got to clarify. That's not my moniker there. Get out of here, fly. Actually, that's from it's a bastardized version from Maury Povich, who used to be on this program years ago called The Current Affair. It was a gossip show before he got his own show. And at the end of every episode, he would say, "Until next time, America." He always said that. So I just kind of bastardized it and said, "Until next base, America." So it's kind of not mine. So I thank Maury Povich for it. Yeah. Sheldon Garner says, "My first base was from a pawn shop with no name." Several of us got our first base from some no name company. It was just a base with nothing on it. So you're not alone. The important thing is, you can't. Jeez, I need to sign off and get this fly, but I'm not gonna do that. Sheesh. Sorry. Well, okay. Oscar came back from Ireland. Well, American bases are kind of expensive here, but gotta tell, I got my hand on a sweet Warwick Special Edition in and European Spectre for less than €1,000. Okay, so I guess that's good. Jack Hammer says, I still want to get in my Jocko Freckles. Go ahead. Right ahead, my brother. Casey Tinsley says to you, Oscar, Oscar, that's an insane deal. Wow. I don't know the value of a euro. Bismarck came back. When I first started, I wanted to imitate Nikki Sixx. So I looked for the Thunderbird bass, big bass, heavy too. Oh, well, some of them. I felt that neck dive, yeah. But I quickly changed my mind. Yeah, it's a big sucker. Oh yeah, you're gonna be on stage, man. You know, but a lot of people like it. Like it. A lot of people, it's intimidating bass. You look big and big or small in stature. That the bass makes you big. Thank you for doing the bass collection, Vid. We need a part two. You'll get one. Uh, do you still have your Marcus Miller Fender? No, I don't have the Marcus Miller Fender anymore. I let it go. Fly, you're messing up my life. Jeez. Jonah Scott says, thank you for doing the bass. Okay, yeah, I just said that. That was Jonah Scott that said that. Say he managed to get his own. Oh, in black. Okay. You like the preamp in there? One thing I didn't like that was I wasn't crazy about the preamp they had in that Fender. It certainly wasn't the preamp that Marcus had. And it was standard in that one. And it even says there was a different preamp. I think that was one thing Marcus was kind of frustrated with. So when he went to Sire, he made sure they put a better preamp in it. What's your Raging Mong says? What's your opinion of John Entwistle? Entwistle was one of the greats. He had a style. That tapping style was really aggressive, and a very bright tone that came out of his basses. Man, he was a ripper. Man, he was something else. Yeah. Rest in peace. Scarabee 93 says, "Hey Earl, what's up? What's up, Scarabee? Where you from?" Shelton's back. What the currency exchange? Oscar Shelton wants to know what's the currency exchange there. I share it is. I mean, share it. Shelton Garnett wants to know what's the currency exchange, Oscar, there in Ireland. Uh, I'm pretty sure as opposed to American. Casey Tinsley answers you back, Sheldon. He says €1,000 is about 1.1 US. 1.1 thousand US. Bismarck nowadays Fender P bass floats my boat. Hey, nothing wrong with that. We've gotten off the subject a little bit. Yeah, see now, see, people not thinking about this bass. I guess you sum it up to being too radical. It was just a fad for a lot of people, you know. It made its presence on stage, man. It made you stand out, or a little bit made you stand out. Shelton Garner says, I have a square reissue 70s jazz passive, and the tone is crazy. Then it says message retracted. What does that mean? You took it back? Hmm. Stephen C. Smith says, I like all of your vids, but my favorite is when you're in Guitar Center and the brother walks over with his kids and y'all start singing old Motown. I think it was My Girl. Yeah, yeah. I like the real life. I just let the thing play. I don't edit it or anything like that because I mean, hey, basically, I mean, it's not my store. I can't just tell people what not to do. Somebody wants to come over and talk. That's cool. I'm friendly like that. I know a couple of videos, and I'm talking to the video, and people think I'm talking to them. He said, "What? What did you say?" Oh yeah, that's how the conversation starts. Not like real life. Sheldon said, "I would be. It would be a travel base for me. Yeah, this is what great travel base. But just a travel. Would it be a stage base for you, Sheldon? I'm dying. I'm down the wrong way. Excuse me. Ugh, real life. Chris Butler says, Earl, really dig your channel and appreciate all the info you provide. Thank you. You're welcome, sir. I try. Sheldon said he may try it on stage. He may. Okay. Well, you won't feel anything. Really. Sup, Earl, says Dream Theater. My favorite videos of you are pretty much anything you posted style wise. You cover everything bass. Been watching you since 2012. Oh, thank you, sir. Slide, that's right, Steven. Thank you, Dream Theater. I really appreciate you being with me so long. How you doing, Dream Theater? Where you from? Where you from? Where you from, Steve? Casey Tinsley. Are you from Ireland, Casey? Casey says, I used to play a six-string Warwick thumb on stage. They were nights I'd rather have this, though. that Warwick was heavy. What am I playing through? I'm playing through one of those old Fenders. No, I'm sorry, the Ampeg B 115. My Fender's in the other room. Ampeg B 115, sir. 100 watt. Scarabee 93 is back. Every time I try to play with a headless bass, I feel something lack. So yeah, used to going up here when doing all that. It's like you're missing so much that you're not used to it, right? Steve is from Dallas, Texas. All right, down south, Dallas Fort Worth. What's your current bass now, Steve? That you're playing on stage? Casey Tinley. Oh, you're from Portland. Okay, all right. Sorry, Casey. I don't know. You were reacting to my man Oscar. I thought you were from Ireland also. Portland on the other side of the United States. Dream Theater's back. Loving the bass too. Just got a 7-string Conklin. Okay. I really think of selling it already and getting a 4-string. Couldn't get used to that 7-string. Or you just didn't like the style. You probably get another 7-string one. And a 7-string, I mean, I got nothing against anything string that you want to play, but when you get past, I mean, I'm just not getting past the 6. I mean, if you get past anything 5-string, I don't know. This is my opinion. Hi. Don't take my word for it. But I don't know. You start to get up into the guitar leaning, the guitar area, and And after a while, I don't call it a bass after a while, call it a piano. Those strings. But no, hey, that's me, whatever you do, whatever blows your dress up, hey, it's cool. Yeah. Yeah, Conklin, that's Bill Buddha Dickens. He has a direct association with that company. Have you never heard of him? Bill Buddha as a nickname. Buddha Dickens, as in Charles Dickens. Great bass player. You should check him out. Sheldon Garnett says, I've got a heavily padded strap because of my back problems. So if it's really light, it'll work for me. I got you. I got you. I have a Music Man Stingray and it's heavy. Got to use a stool when I play it. Okay. So you must, is that the Sterling by Music Man top one? Because the top of the line USA made Music Man, they're usually not heavy. Usually, the ones that sound similar to them, those are the Sterling by Music Man top Indonesians. They're a little heavy, but I don't know which one you have. Which one you got? You got the USA made, Shelton? Casey Tinsley, that thumb was like carrying an anvil. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, heavy is about. I think I said it in a video when I was collecting really hard. I tried to keep a PV T40 double pickup one, and just to put in my collection. And that was the heaviest bass I've ever played. It had to be a good 14 pounds. That thing was heavy. Oh, I had to sit down with that sucker. I don't know if I'd have lasted playing that thing a whole gig. My God. Good God Almighty. Steven Six Smith. It's a no-name six string I bought. Oh, it's a no-name. Chinese made, very unique, high action, hard to adjust. But I was able to adjust a little. They go by the name of Maestro. Oh, yeah, Maestro. Used to have a Maestro. Not that heavy though. The one I had, but it wasn't a six string. It was a five. Yeah, Maestro. I don't know where Maestro came from, but I had one of those. I bought it online. It didn't cost me that much. Put a preamp in it, cheap preamp, and it worked just fine. Steve says I searched on YouTube for info on the name. That's how I found you. Music Man copy. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I think I did a video on it too. Shelton's back. My dream bass is an Alembic. You want the Stanley Clark version? And then bass was the Sterling. Yeah, I figured it was the Sterling by Music Man Stingray. Oh, American Man. Oh, the top one. Okay. Lavaval, Laval, Laval Dragon. Okay. Oh, interesting. Laval Dragon. Is that the name of a night, Laval? What's special, Max? Any mods? No, I'm not gonna put any mods in it. I'll leave it as is. I don't think it's worth it. Scarabee 93 is back. Since I tried the 5 and 6 string, I cannot go back for the 4 string. Okay, I see. No problem. I really don't want to go past the 5. I tried a 6. In fact, I got a video. It's an SX6, the ones that came out a long time ago. But nah, 6 is my thing. 5 as far as I'll go. Maestro was made by a Chinese guy and sold by his brother who lives in Houston. Mm. He gives on other info. Mostly sold on the reverb. Okay. Never knew that. Thanks for the info, Steve. Interesting. That is very interesting. Well, they don't make a bad bass. Or let's make a pretty good penny. Skylar Dukovic. Glad you're going live again, Earl. Love your content, especially these live streams. Next time you're in the Bloomfield area, I'll have you over for other Michigan. Good to hear from you, Skylar. Jack Hammer says, "What's your favorite song to play on bass?" I got plenty of them, but you know what? Just off the top of my head. Do you remember the 21st night of September? Love was changing to my hands, pretenders, while chasing the clouds away. Our hearts were ringing in the key that our souls were singing as we danced in the night. Remember, the stars stole the night away. Body out, say, do you remember? Body out, dancing in September. Body out, golden Christmas shiny day. Earth, Wind, and Fire. It's not the most extravagant thing I play, but I like I used to sing in the band, and it's a nice, joyous, bouncy, happy song. That's what we don't hear anymore. We don't hear happy tunes anymore. Love Earth, Wind, and Fire. Rest in peace, Maurice White. Shout out to Verdine, the bass player of Earth, Wind, and Fire. Verdine White, yes. Forever young, runs around stage like he's 16. That's my favorite. Yeah, it is. Like I said, it's not the most difficult thing I'm playing on bass, but what does that matter? It's that bouncy bass line always gets me. Scarabee 93, what do you think of the G and L tribute bass? Did I answer this before? Somebody asked me this question too, but I like them. I like them. I had one at one time. I didn't keep it because I felt like it's sort of close to the music, man. A little different. That was Leo Fender's innovation after the Stingray. I think they're a bit overpriced. That's my opinion. Jan Hammer says, "Oh yeah, sounds groovy. Thank you." Casey Tinsley gave me a thumbs up. Shaky thumb. Thanks. Sheldon Garnett, you interested in selling that? Oh, I don't have it anymore. I don't have it. That was a long time ago. Ooh, that was long ago. Laval Val Dragon, what do you think of the new Ibanez Headless basses? I saw them. Of course, I don't know how. You know, they don't have those in display. In fact, I don't think they. I think you have to order them. They don't have any of them in display. At least not around our area here. So I doubt I'm going to be able to review it. That's just I don't have no hookup with no companies, so you know. Yeah. Jack Hammer says, "Have you ever tried the 6-string bongo bass? I played the 4 and the 5, not the 6." Yeah. Couldn't get used to that bass. Felt like playing a shovel. Sorry. Now, if you love it, hey, you like it, I love it. But nah, I'll leave the bongo alone. That's a radical style. That's probably the most radical style for music, man. The bongo. It's a particular taste. I don't see many bongos out there. Or then maybe I'm not looking in the right place. I don't see a whole lot of them. Sheldon says, I'm trying to get another when you drop that all day preamp. Okay, when thing comes alive. When you put it in which one? The Maestro? Oh. Do, do, do. Assimilating darkness. These names. We love you, dude. Keep it as real as possible. I'll try, man. Thank you, sir. Or I don't know. I don't know who you are. Whoever you are, in the darkness, assimilating darkness. Yeah. Let me stop. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Oh, you're talking about the six string. Okay. Oh, you put an all deer in the six string SX. Okay. Must have came out sounding very interesting. I take it you still got it, Sheldon. Lavalel Dragon is back. I recently bought the Ibanez Mezzo. Okay, I got that Mezzo. And I've noticed you played on a recent video. Yes, I did. Do you still have the Mezzo? Yes, I do still have the Mezzo. I have the five string and a four. I'm looking into getting a new preamp or pickup because the preamp sounds too hot. In the Mezzo? Really? Hmm. Standard Ibanez preamp. I believe it's the same one they put in the GSR 200s. I wouldn't put anything better into it because I don't think it's worth it. But hey, whatever turns around, la la la. Well. And I tell you that mezzo's easy to play because it's just a little bit shorter than the average long scale bass. I think by 2 inches, only 32 inches. Easy to play. Takes a little stress off that pinky. Oh, you sold it to Sheldon. Okay. Sheldon, you sold it. Level L Dragon again. All active too, and yeah, it's probably not worth it. Yeah, probably not. But I really love what it feels on my girlish hands. Easy to play, like I said. Eh, whatever improvements you want to do, don't take my word for it now. That's just me. You want to do something different, go right ahead. It's your base. Scarabee 9-3 is back. Warwick bass is a real slap machine. Yeah, it is. It's got a little light tone. Every time I play it, it says slap me more. Okay. Although it weighs a dead donkey. I'm a tall, strong girl. Slap those things. All right. Slap on. And like I said, you wouldn't know that unless you played it yourself. Because, I can give advice all day, but at the end, I'm glad sometimes you take my word for it. But at the end, you need to get good at that thing, or whatever it is, and play it yourself. And if it fits you, hey, like a nice little suit. All the best. Sheldon's back. I was talking to my boy Morris Man. Oh, you know Morris Man? Shout out to Morris Man. He echoed the same sentiment about the Telecaster you had. Okay. Oh, Simulating Darkness. You always mention that you install preamps in your basses. Well, not all of them now. Do you actually do the installation? No, 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 no. I got a luthier friend that works for the store. He does it. Electronically, I'm terrible. You wanted me to show you how you Dude, I can't show you. I know nothing on the electronic goes well in my head. I take it to the professionals. Sorry, I play them. You stay from her window. I don't know if I'll sell it. Val wants to know, do I have any top favorite bass strings? Yeah, the brighter ones. I've been using Roto Styles for years. You go Roto Style 66 and light gauge round strings. Also, got the ones that are out of, say they don't last a long time, but I don't care. Those are my favorite strings. I've tried other strings. Strings that are supposed to last longer, but they're not too bright. I tried some blue steels from Dean Markley at one time, but I'll pretty much stick with Rotos forever. Roto Sound. Sheldon says, Bully the Kid has videos installing pre-mix. Yes, he does. He knows what he's doing. Scarabee 93. Which amp do you use? What amp would you advise you to buy? Now, wow. All I can tell you is I use the Ampegs, the older ones, the B15s, and the latter Fender Rumble amps and the newer Fender Rumble amps, which are lightweight. You can pick them up, throw them around, do it. I use those. They do me fine. I would say try them. Like I said, it's another individual thing. You know, you need to try them to see if you like them. I heard SWRs are good. Also, the GKs are good, but you need to just try them out. We all have different ears. Whatever feels good to you. Jack Hammer says, I wonder if we could cause an earthquake if all the bass players in the world hit the E string together. Okay, I don't know. Count of three. 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Nice try, Jack. Val Dragon, have you ever tried the Roller Sound Funk Master? Yes, I have. Very lightweight. Might not last you a long time because they're so lightweight. You might pop string really quickly, so you gotta be careful with them. Maybe a little fragile, but yeah, oh yeah. Funk Machine string. Sheldon Garnett's back. Well, guys, love the conversation. Gotta go, Earl. Please keep this channel rolling. It's very informative and helpful. I appreciate you, Shelton. Thanks for participating. Yes. I'll make it off a little bit too. How long have I been on here? I've been on 1 hour and 13 minutes. Wow, I didn't know it was that long. Val Dragon says, any bases you've sold that you later ended up regretting? There's a few. I should do a whole video about that. Yeah, there have been. Some classic Fender bases I had. Ran into some money problems, had to sell them. There's also a Canadian bass from a guy named Kennel Bases. Had a lovely white Kennel bass that he had. It was a funky bass that I play. You can search through my videos, and it's called the MK1 Kennel bass. You can hear that bass and see how funky it sounds. Yeah, probably the most expensive bass I ever bought too, but 1,200, 13 maybe. Yeah, there's been a few. Time flies when you're having fun. Sure, Steve C. Smith. Absolutely. It seems like the heat is coming down a little bit. Yeah. So I'm gonna